All right.
All right, welcome. We are doing this year's edition of introducing everyone on the podcast in the league right now. Say hello to Andrew Oseman. Andrew, you were telling me you got some renovations going on. You got a man cave going on too?
Yeah, man. I just bought this house and it was kind of they did a little bit of remodeling, but they had animals, man. So the place smelled like dog and all that crap. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
tore out all the carpet, put hardwood floors in, had the whole house repainted. This is the man cave. This is where everything's going to be, like a pool table and all the speakers in the walls and the ceilings. So
Oh,
it's going to be pretty cool, man. I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty pumped up. So,
especially for like football Sundays. Come on, dude. That's gonna
oh
be
man, yeah, the acoustics in
awesome.
here are crazy too, man. So it's gonna be like super loud, and I got one of those. I got like a super high end stereo system, so it's gonna be pretty sick, man. I'm pretty pumped up about it.
Chris Pristine, man. All right. Well,
Right.
congrats on the new house.
Thanks,
Congrats on the
brother.
renovations. I know it's a
Thanks.
shitty process, but it'll all be worth it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
My bank account's getting hit hard.
definitely worth it, dude. Definitely worth it. So I guess first question, how long have you been playing fantasy football?
I've been playing seriously for about the last 7 years.
7 years? Okay.
Um, and I really I kind of got into it because, I hang out in my local drinking, places or whatever, watering holes.
Yeah.
And I always hear people, hey man, you get your fantasy league put together. And, I've dabbled here and dabbled there. And, we always did like um the sheets every year and all that crap, and
Yeah, yeah.
anyway, so I got kind of serious with it, and believe it or not, the first year I actually won it. It was crazy. Um,
Okay.
so the first time I ever played fantasy football, I actually won the whole league. It was
Who,
nuts, man.
who was on your team that year? Do you remember it all? Any
You
good
know, I,
players?
I had like Brady, Gronkowski.
Of
I had
course.
a bunch of killer players, man, and then the next year, obviously, I didn't get so lucky with the draft, so I had to kind of wing it. You know what I mean? And to be
Hmm.
honest with you, one thing I have found out about fantasy football is a lot of guys go into the season trying to pick teams that win every single game, and it's really not about that, man. It's
Right.
it's about it's about making it to the playoffs and then having a healthy team at the end of the season, because last year was a disaster.
Dude, yeah.
And the year before that, I had Dak as well as my quarterback, and he broke his freaking leg. And then I had McCaffrey, who got injured. He was out for half the season, and so I
God.
just got punished. So this year
Hmm.
I tried to go a little bit more conservative, and I did pick up a backup quarterback just because I knew that Dak was kind of somewhat injured, although the injury that he had didn't really affect the reason why he got hurt. Obviously, he messed up his hand, and I think he's done for the season pretty much.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
thank God I had a backup quarterback, and he happens to be good. I didn't know that the Vikings were going to be as good as they are, and Cousins was going to be as good as a quarterback as he is this
Okay.
year.
So that's who you're starting. That's who you're starting next week. You're going with
for,
Kirk
for
over.
sure, yeah, for sure, yeah. He's going to be my starter, and and of course, DK. He's due for a season. He got bogarted for the last couple of years in Seattle.
Hmm.
Not sure if it was um, what's his name, the quarterback for
Oh,
the
Russell Wilson.
yeah, Wilson. Wilson. I don't know if that was his call or what, but he didn't get a lot of play time last year, and I thought, what are they doing? This
I know.
guy, this guy is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, and he was on the sideline last year half the time. And I was like, what's going on? And I said, man, he's
Right.
going to have a break. Now that he's gone, I knew he was going to have a breakout year. And I think he's going to have it's only going to get better as the season goes along for sure. So,
Okay. Okay. So that's an interesting take. So you think maybe it was a Russell Wilson thing kind of holding DK back last year?
I don't know, but all I remember is every week watching DK sitting on the sidelines and
Mm-hmm.
not getting a lot of touches. And I was just like, what is going on? Like,
Right.
I didn't understand it, but obviously that's changed with that rookie quarterback they got. And they won
Mm-hmm.
last night, which was a shocker. I thought for sure
That was
that,
crazy.
yeah, man, I thought that was going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and apparently, you know, Seattle's got a whole new game plan because I thought for sure, and I'll be honest with you, last year when they were talking about trading him and he was acting like a crybaby Wilson and
Yeah.
wanting to get out of Seattle,
Yeah.
I thought to myself, he's not even that good of a quarterback, to be honest with you. I never thought he was that good of a quarterback. And
Their one Super Bowl was because of the defense. You're right.
I think so. I don't think he's that great, man. I don't think he's
Mm-hmm.
a Tom Brady or anybody even in that league.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I mean, the last night showed it. I mean, the decisions that they made in that game cost them the game, man. I
Fourth
mean,
and five. You're paying him how much money? Like hundreds of millions, and you can't go for it on 4th and 5. Like, come on,
I
man.
don't understand that. Letting the clock run down to 20 seconds. You got 3 timeouts. What are you doing?
I know. I know.
Like, like, and then trying to kick a 64-yard field goal. I mean, with a guy who doesn't even kick the ball that often. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, man. I
Yeah.
just that was a coaching thing, and that was probably what cost him the game. I think because he is a rookie, um, but I don't know, man. Denver's. I don't know if they're doomed or not. They looked okay, but I don't think Wilson is going to be the key factor in that team for sure.
Yeah, yeah, he might not be their savior. And I know we got a couple Broncos fans in our league. I'm sorry, but last night showed they looked a little overrated. Maybe they still need to start clicking, but if you're losing to the Seahawks after you lose Russell Wilson, I don't know. That was embarrassing.
And
Embarrassing.
you gotta know Wilson has that playbook, knows it inside and out. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that he went into that house and didn't know some of the plays that they were calling. They switched it up on him so hard that he couldn't
Uh-huh.
figure that out. I didn't understand that. So
I know. You've been playing with him for how many years, dude? Oh,
right,
crazy. It's crazy.
got to get it together. So
So I mean, you already answered like you defended your pick of DK Metcalf. That's what everyone's gonna be doing is defending some picks. What would you
yeah,
say?
you watch that dude's gonna have a killer season, man. I mean, he's due, he's ready. And I think that he's been sidelined so much and
Mhm.
he hasn't had any injuries at all.
Right.
He's gonna bust it wide open, man. I guarantee it, especially with that rookie quarterback that's got his name all
Mhm.
over that football, man. He's been throwing to him a lot. And so I totally predict that DK Metcalf's going to have a killer record season, man, for sure.
Right. Right. And also, like the Seahawks are destined to be down a lot, down in games, so they're going to be passing the ball. He's going to get some volume finally. Some volume
Right.
finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, So what would you say is the strength of your team right now? You're saying that you want to kind of play the long game, play conservative. So would you say depth is your strength of your team?
Uh,
Or
so I got Singletary as a running back.
mm-hmm.
I think he's going to have a decent year as well. I think that I need to somehow figure out a way to pick up a couple of other good players, or at least middle of the road players, or get lucky and get somebody that's sidelined that has a breakout, after
Yeah.
after the first round. But
Uh-huh.
um, you know, I mean, I think I was 14th in the draft this year. That was like dead
Yeah,
last.
yeah. End of the draft. Yeah.
It was kind of slim pickings, man.
Right,
You
right.
know,
Najee Harris did follow you. I hope he stays healthy. I think he was a value where you got him with Najee.
yeah, yeah. I'm hoping that he does something this year as well. But I'm really relying on, now that I saw Cousins play and
Right.
literally dismantle freaking Green Bay.
Packers, that was awesome. Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
God, they made him look silly, man. It
Uh,
was
uh,
like, and you would think that a guy who has 20 some years in the league, and is a Hall of Fame quarterback would be more of a leader, but I don't know, man. What did he have? Like 2 fumbles, a couple of
right.
sacks, an interception. First time he's thrown an interception in like 200 games or something like that.
Yeah, something crazy is against like NFC North teams. Yeah, he got dismantled, dude. It's the end of
Oh,
the Packers run, it seems.
yeah, and I got to tell you, the Vikings look good, man.
Yeah,
They
Justin
look.
Jefferson, come on. That Kirk Cousins Jefferson connection is just throw the ball up to him, man.
Yeah,
Throw
man,
the
that
ball
dude's
up to
got
him.
glue on his hands or something, man. I don't know what's going on.
And he's always open.
Yeah,
It's
always
crazy.
open, and they got a good defense. I mean, they're going to be a force. I think. Obviously, after that first game, I mean, come on, I'm on DraftKings, and they had point spreads that were just ridiculous, man.
Hmm.
And of course, no one can predict how a team's going to play first game of the season. But I got to tell you, there were so many upsets, that weren't even close to those spreads. I was
I
like, you know
know.
how it is. They shake out after the first week, and then the second
Right.
week they become way more predictable. So you
Uh-huh.
can bet that, I can already tell you who the top teams are. You looking at, definitely Vikings. You're looking
Yep.
at Buffalo. You got
Buffalo,
the
Chiefs.
the Chiefs. Oh my God, the Chiefs, dude. If I mean, if that guy keeps on a roll like that, I don't know who's going to be able to stop him. I,
Yeah, a pissed off Mahomes is crazy. Five
five
touchdowns.
five touchdowns in the first game of the season after
Uh-huh.
he just signed some stupid fat contract. I
Yeah.
mean, that's I don't know, man. That's you would think that they would ease their way into the season, but man, that was crazy performance on his part. So I'm looking for, you know, some different point spreads, obviously this week, especially on DraftKings, because you know the shit has been shaken out a little bit. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah. So many upsets that first week, man. So many upsets.
and all the
So,
injuries, dude. There were
oh
so
yeah,
many
dude.
injuries.
So it's the lack of preseason, I guess. They're not used to the reps or something. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, even Brady looked good for. Uh, I was shocked at
45?
how good. I mean, the guy
45 years old.
didn't even play in the preseason. He looks skinny as hell. He looks a little gaunt, actually.
He
And
looks different. He looks different.
doesn't he? He could look a little stressed
Hmm.
at home or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Something's going on.
he came out guns blazing, man. And that dude is I've never seen anybody who can throw a pass like he's like throwing darts, man, at a board, man. That dude is a ton 80 every time. You know what I mean? It's
I know.
crazy.
And
He,
he's just the brains of the operation, man. He knows where to throw it. It's not like he needs the most velocity to get there. He'll just dart it.
and he's a leader. You can see him out there just even yelling and screaming at 350-pound linebackers, like our offensive line, like, what are you guys doing?
Getting
Like,
in
I
their
mean,
face.
big time, man. He commands respect and demands it, from his team. And I think, like they were saying, when I was watching the game, he always looks for those players that he can trust and is gonna give him the confidence to be,